G'day Scrappies, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I stripped out a computer that I'd found out at Quilpie on one of the Opal leases, and it's an old 486, and lo and behold, what's inside it is quite good, better than I expected. Let's have a quick look at them. Over on this side I can get in sort of close enough. You've got the motherboard, and those four little sticks here, they're your RAM sticks. Lovely gold fingers along the edge and on the back, both sides. And of course there is the Intel 486SX chip. Turn him over, and I mean, hey, doesn't that look pretty? Probably looks prettier than it is. What they reckon is there was about 0.1 of a gram in that unit itself. So anyway, I'd rather have it than throw it away. You've also that's the base where the chip goes, and if you want to break all that down, you'll find gold connectors in there as well. These slots we see along here that the RAM chips are sitting on, all those pins in there, whilst they're not gold plated, they'll be gold flashed, so that is pretty good in itself. Some nice various flat packs floating around here that can be processed as well. Never know what you get out of them. And what this board has got on it, now they're going to be a little bit hard to see, but I'll see if I can get down here. You'll see, what have we got there? Three little orange head things, teardrops we call them, but they are actually tantalum capacitors. Now, tantalum's worth quite a bit of money. On this board altogether, another one over there, along this side, if you can see them, there's a string of them there. In between these card slots, there's more of them. In fact, there are 27 of them on this board. So, although they're small, that's pretty good. I like that. It's all good to collect. Now the cards that come out of them, this card here, as you can see, it's got lots of nice gold pins along the side, and up here they've all got jumpers on them, and inside those jumpers are gold connectors. Again, there's a nice array of flat packs. Nice fingers there on the edge of it and over the other side, and you know, they're not a bad deep sort of colour, so you get something out of them. At the end here, these plugs, you see that one there with gold pins, the other one will have gold receptacles inside it. So yeah, a good little board. This is the second board we got out of there. Not a heck of a lot on it. I've got to check out some of these little capacitors, these little orange capacitors. They could well be tantalum, but I'll have to check that out. A couple of flat packs on there, a silver oscillator. The fingers on this one, they're much duller than the other one, so there'll be a lot less sort of gold in them. And on the back, it's not fully on the back, it's only a few of them as you go along the way, so not as good as the first board. Again, this socket at the end, if you pull that apart, you'll get gold in there as well. You got all those. Now, got two drives come out of it. This is an old floppy disk drive, and there's not a lot on this. There's some gold pins at the end of it that you can collect. A couple of flat packs, a couple of little MLCCs or multi-layered ceramic capacitors. Not much in that one. Now this is a hard drive, and oh dear, we turn it over, and there we are. It's a Seagate, whatever. But have a look at that capacity if you can read that. 214 megabytes of storage capacity. It shows you how old this is. But for a collector or a scrapper, that's good. Got lovely pins at the end there. Then on here, lots of lovely little flat packs, and you can see all these small brown surface mounted things. They're MLCCs, and they've got precious metals in them. They're very worthwhile getting. They take a bit to sort of refine them, but it can be done. Now the other thing on this board, I'll see if I can get one over here. Now, it looks like a flat pack, and it's got grey writing on it and a grey band at the end. And there's 3 more down here. Bit hard to get it focused properly, but there. And another one over here. And another one down there. And they are tantalum capacitors, like those orangey ones I was showing you before. These are a different type, but yeah, the same thing. And a couple of little gold pins up there. And yeah, so that's a worthwhile board. Now, even the front cover off this machine has got a little board in it. If I can do that, there it is. And if you can see that, that's got a couple of rows of pins and little jumpers over them. So there's gold and gold on gold in that. It's a nice little collection. You've got to look everywhere in these things. Now, the ribbons that come out, let me show you these flat pack ribbons. Now, if I can see here, that's, try and get the light reflect on it. That's all gold pins in there, the whole lot, gold. And when you take it off via the back here, you'll find those pins go right through and into that cable. Same with this one, the pins are inside it, but if you take the back off, yeah, you'll get all those pins. Further down, now there's another one. Look at that, all gold pins. Beautiful, beautiful. There'll be gold in there too, and this one at the end, another one. You can strip them off the cable and pull the gold pins out. And there's the other one. That's just got normal sort of pin connectors on it, and they'll all have gold in them. And that monstrosity over there, that's your power pack, and you'll get a bit of ICW out of that, or insulated copper wire. Go in your bin, and that'll go at the best rate, like 43% better. So you'll get your dollars for that. So that's what come out of computer. It was actually laying in the back of a Tarago van, which when you see the video with car getting crushed at the end of it, I'll show you one that's been done, and that is the Tarago van. I'll just show you something else while I've got you on here. These are from other boards and things I found. That one, yeah, not much on that. There's those little black things there, they're transistors. Nothing marvellous looking there on that one. This one here, there we are, that yellow teardrop sitting there right in the front. That's a tantalum capacitor. You ought to go and look it up on Mr. Google, what a tantalum is, and then go and see what it's worth. Yeah, so not a lot of other things on this board, but some couple of gold pins just there, if you can see them. Some flat packs. That's it. The other one I've got here, and these boards I got them out at Quilpie, where we've been going of recent times. And this one, wow, you know, look at that big orange bloke standing there, tantalum. And there's a big yellow one standing there, same thing, tantalum. Over here, look, lovely big orange ones. Couple more here, one down here, yeah, all tantalum, and they're brilliant. Right at the front here, you see that metal can there. Now that's a transistor, and I don't know whether you can see it from here, but it's got gold legs on it. That's very worthwhile processing, and there's a few more on the board, but these are things you need to look at. Those other two little black things there are ordinary transistors, but yeah, look at these cans. You never know what you'll find, I tell you. And even when you... Now there's another one there, and if you can see, I don't know if you can, there's a gold tab sticking off the side of it there. So these are all worthwhile looking for. And this is what you need to look at if you're going to get into precious metals and that type of thing. Because, you know, you can say, oh, yeah, no, they're just bloody old capacitors, or they're film wrap capacitors, not worth it. Well, I've got news for you. They are worth it, and they're worth a lot of money. Now, I'll show you something else. Here it is. Now, I don't know where I got this from, something I was pulling apart. Just a tiny little board, and on it we've got a flat pack, a couple of buttons, you know, push buttons from outside, and we've got whatever you call it again, I forget, silver something. But if you can see, I don't know if you can, but just on the left hand edge of that is a gold tab. Now that's going to tell me that underneath that, when I take it off, the whole base of that could be gold plated, and what's inside it, well, who knows. But there you go, and there's a few MLCCs on that little tiny board. It comes with things like the MLCCs, they're small, but it comes down to quantity. So the more you get, you store them up in a jar somewhere, and eventually they'll mount up. All right, thanks for listening. Just a short one. Now that I've got this GoPro going again, and I remember to push the right buttons, I just thought I'd show you that just for interest. Anyway, have a good day. See ya.